Chef Julien, you already print all the menus là, for our friends for lunch today? Yeah. Alors maybe the first thing we can do is the roasting. So this is the pigeon we are using for our signature dish at Odette. Pigeon from Brittany, France, is a very specific method of feeding the pigeon. It's fed with organic chestnut kind of compost. So the idea is to have a pigeon that is really round in terms of flavor. You don't have any gamey metallic taste that you can have sometimes in some pigeon. We're gonna cook the pigeon on the crown like this, on the bone, and then the leg has been prepared separately. It's farci with a bit of pigeon liver wrapped into pork net, and we're gonna sear that. So we cook it very classically. No sous vide, no plastic bag. Pan. So I want to have a nice color on the skin, and after I'm just going to buff it a little bit with touch of butter, fresh thyme, garlic and bay leaf. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to sear my leg, give a nice color. So I try to rotate the pigeon on the bone on all different angles to have a bit of color everywhere. So now that I have my nice color, I'm gonna buff this with a little bit of love. Voila. So after this guy going in the oven, at least the same amount of resting time that the amount of cooking. It's very soft, very tender, very pink, very juicy. And we want to create a nice contrast between this meat, very soft and tender, and the lightly spicy crust. What we do for our guests to have a little preview of what they're gonna have, just burn it a little bit of thyme, garlic and bay leaf, the same way as we're using for the cooking. So this is our signature pigeon that will be served medium rare, and it will be crusted with Kampot pepper. So the idea of the recipe, it's a pigeon with peppercorn, right? So we use this peppercorn from Cambodia. It's coming from the area of Kampot to have a crust that is peppery, of course, but with a lot of fruitiness, finesse and balance. We use 3 different stages of the maturity of the peppercorn. So that's the fresh version of the peppercorn that is usually harvested in June, July. So this one will bring the freshness of the peppercorn and a nice acidity. The red here will bring a bit of fruitiness, citrus skin almost. And then the black will bring the robustness, the strength of the peppercorn. And those 3 blend with a touch of panko, create the crust that will go on the pigeon. Hey, tic-tac! C'est fini les vacances? Hein? Attention la tête, fais gaffe. Voilà. So after, when this guy is cooked, as we said, same amount of cooking as resting. So it's gonna rest on the griddle like that. Then I will forget it for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Once it's well rested, we are going to just take off the breast out of the bone, apply the crust on each breast, and then we will finish salamander, where the crust is going to melt on the pigeon. So we just follow the structure of the bone. Then all the carcass, we use it to make a second stock, and this second stock will be used to make our pigeon jus. So after, I'm just going to trim a little bit here the gray part to have a beautiful breast. Tac. And 2. The crust that has been made with the 3 peppercorn goes simply on this guy. So I go all the way up. I want the crust to slowly melt on the pigeon. We good? Tac. All right. Plating time. We do like a series of little wording. It's either about the history of the recipe, or the origin of the pigeon itself, or the origin of the black pepper. So we give a little message to our guests. And then we go with the garnish. So we have made this black garlic puree. So we use this to measure the amount of sauce that goes into the plate. Because sometimes, when you do sauce table side, I know what quantity of sauce I should put. But when you have a lot of guests and a lot of new staff, I need to help them. And you will see that this gives you a solution to control the amount of sauce that you put in the plate. You will understand. So right now it's spring, so this beautiful pea puree. After we have a little onion here. Those are oignon nouveau, or you call spring onion. And then I'm going to put my petit pois. We are using sugar snap peas with a touch of pancetta from a producer friend called Gaëtan Duculti. Some of the best charcuterie you can find in Massif Central. Because pancetta is so good. We just put a little layer of pancetta here. Pickled shallots for a bit of contrast and acidity. The pigeon, we just cut it half. The legs come right here. Pigeon beautifully cooked. The meat is very red. That's exactly the way we want it. Super soft and tender. Quite big pigeon, about 500 to 550 grams. We work with a producer called Fabien Boga. A little bit of fleur de sel. So a little bit of chai oil to reinforce the spring feel at this time of the year. And then classic pigeon jus, made of all the bones, all the trimming. So we transform everything, we don't show anything. Classically done, we roast the bone with brown butter, just a little garnish, pigeon stock, lightly reduced, and there's a bit of black garlic inside as well. And this guy is my frame to put the right amount of jus. And I always like to finish with a bit of jus on the pigeon itself as well. Wild garlic. Tac. With a bit of wild garlic vinegar. The garnish is always changing a bit. Keep a bit of spontaneity and keep a bit of feel. I don't like when it's too boring. Square in terms of execution, sauce, but I like to have a little bit of freedom and spontaneity. That's the way we work.